What is happening, you wonderful people? So I thought it'd be fun today to do a ranking video. I have been debating which ranking to do, which franchise to rank. I filmed a Halloween franchise ranking video. Didn't really turn out it didn't turn out how I wanted it to turn out. So I decided to do a Jurassic Park franchise ranking. I actually did this video a couple months ago. It's like a 2-minute video, but this is going to be like the main, quote-unquote, main Jurassic Park ranking video, so let's talk about it. So coming in last place is the Lost World Jurassic Park. I think I've only seen this movie once or twice. I think it's only been once, and it's not a horrible film, but it's not a good film. It's a bad film. I feel like it's trying way too hard to be better and rehash what the first one did, which the original was one of the greatest films of all time, and there's no way in the world that it could have been better at all than the original. And it just doesn't work on any level. And maybe there's some cool moments in here. Maybe, you had the dinosaurs, which are awesome, but these characters suck. Like, you have Ian Malcolm, who is the only cool character in this film, in my opinion. And I've only seen this once years ago, so I don't remember much about it. I remember towards the end, there's a T-Rex in New York City. There's 2 T-Rexes, and it tries too hard to be better than the first one. It does. And I don't ever need to watch this film again, and it just falls flat in my opinion. And next up is Jurassic Park 3. This is still not a great film, but it is way better than The Lost World or Jurassic Park 2. Way better than that film by a lot, by a landslide. But again, still not great. You have our main characters who are not memorable in the slightest. Grant is the best character in this film, and he's a great character. He was great in the original, and he's the only memorable character. You have these other characters who are played by good actors and actresses, but they're annoying. It's so annoying, and you just have this. It's the same problem with the second film. It's trying too hard to be just as good or even better than the original, and it just ends up falling flat, and it does not work. And you have the Spinosaurus, which is pretty cool in this film. You have the original T-Rex, but I've seen this one a few times, I think, but it's been a long time since I've seen it, and I don't need to watch it again. I don't, but it's better than the second one by a lot, but at the same time, it just does not work. It just ends up falling flat. And next up, number 4, Jurassic World Dominion. I remember seeing this in the theaters years ago, and I walked out very disappointed. Very disappointed. And it's not a horrible film by any means. Like, I feel like maybe it has some rewatchability. I feel like it has a little bit of rewatchability. But the problem with this film, is it just goes from plot line to plot line. There's a subplot over here, subplot here and here and here. There's a subplot with Chris Pratt and the little girl in this film. There's a subplot about these locusts, and then the team coming together, and then all these different dinosaurs, and just the bad guy played by the dad in the Amazing Spider-Man films. Like, it does not work on a story level and on a character level. Characterization wise, it doesn't really work. It falls flat in that area. And on a narrative wise, on a story basis or narrative basis, it falls flat. It absolutely falls flat. And the visuals are great. I like the dinosaurs in this film. I like the theme song. I like the action set pieces, but it does not work on a story level. It does not work on a character level. The characters are not memorable, besides the ones we know, and seeing Malcolm and the other 2 in here is really cool. And, they do a good job of not letting the nostalgia overrun or overtake the story, But again, at the same time, again, the story is so just not there, and it's not visible, and it's just, it falls flat. It really does. In that area, it falls flat, but it also, in a way, takes the movie down for me. And next up, number 3, Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. Just like with Jurassic Park 2 and 3, I think that this film is better than Dominion. I think it is. And I actually really enjoy this film. Is it a perfect film? Is it a great film? No, it is not. But is it a fun film? Yes. And is it a rewatchable film? In my opinion, yes. I like this film. I feel like maybe at times it can feel filler-ish. Maybe at times it feels like it's like an episode just trying to get to the next episode or the next film. I feel like maybe it feels like that at times, at points during the movie. And, maybe there's a few good emotional beats in this film, and you like the characters, you like the visual effects, but it just, I feel like the same thing with the original Jurassic Park and then the sequels after that. This is trying to be just as good as the first Jurassic World, which I love the first Jurassic World. I'll talk about that in a little bit. But it just does not work on really a story level either. A characterization level it doesn't work on. And it's going from subplot to subplot, just plot to plot. And the thing is, they don't know what they need to do. They don't know what new thing they can grab a hold of and do. They're just going along with the same thing, treading the old few steps that they've done with the past few films, and it's just they're trying to copy the last film, and they're trying to copy it over and over, and it just does not work on that level. It's rewatchable, it's fun, but on a story level and on a characterization level, it does not work. And next up, number 2, Jurassic Park. One of, if not the greatest films of all time. One of, if not the most it's a classic, man. And you love the characters, you love the theme song, you love the score, you love the effects. It's the 90s, but the effects are great for the 90s. And it's a very simple story. It's a story about really survival, and it's a story about fatherhood and motherhood, with Grant and the kids, and it's a story about how can something evolve, and it's a story about just all that stuff, and it just works on every level. This film works on every level. One of the best movies ever made. One of the best movies of the 90s, man. It's just, it's so fun, and you just feel a sense of warmth when you watch this film. You feel a sense of nostalgia, because I grew up with this film. I've watched this so many times in my life, and it's just so fun. It's such a blast, and I love Jurassic Park so much. And number 1 on my list, Jurassic World. With Jurassic Park and Jurassic World, I can move them both, you know what I mean? But in my opinion, I think Jurassic World is overall a better film. But like I said, I can move both of them into each spot, But I love Jurassic World. You feel that in this film, the stakes are higher. You get this new fresh batch of characters with Chris Pratt, Bryce Dallas Howard, the two boys. The two boys in this are great. You have Life of Pi. I cannot think of his name. He was rest his soul, by the way, rest his soul. But he's a great actor. And you have him. You have the whole cast is great. Vincent D'Onofrio. You have all these wonderful cast members or actors playing these awesome characters, and the stakes do feel high. And you have the dialogue and writing is fresh. It's visually and it's shot well. The visuals are great, and you feel a sense of it's fun. It's a fun film, and it's just a blast. And on a story level, maybe not as great as the original. On a character level, maybe not as great as the original. But is it a perfect film? No. But is it a awesome film? Oh, it's awesome. And I love this film. I love every single moment of this film, and it just continues to get better and better throughout the entire film, and that's why it's number 1 for me. So that'll wrap up this video. Thank y'all so much for watching. If you are new to the channel, please don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, share. We are at 747 subs. Next week milestone is 800, reaching that quickly. And then 9, the big one, is 1K, and beyond that as well. And if you're new as well, I do movie reviews, TV show reviews, trailer reactions, movie live streams, movie news, movie rankings, all that wonderful movie stuff under the movie umbrella. And let's talk about it down below in the comments. What is y'all's favorite Jurassic Park or Jurassic World film? Is it the original? Is it Jurassic Park 3? Jurassic World? Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom? Let's talk about it down below. Keep talking movies, my wonderful people. Cheers.